In this demo, I will show you how you can use OpenShift Toolkit to start developing your application directly on the cluster. Here we will be focusing on the scenario where your project is not using the files yet. So we will go through the bootstrapping process to get the standard dev file for the Spring Boot application from the file registry. But this is something that you need to do only once. Once you have the dev file in your repository, you don't have to go through the process anymore. So first we will get the source code of our application. We'll clone the repository. Clone the repository here, and we have our simple application. We'll be using this hello controller, which is a very simple hello world endpoint. Now let's go to the OpenShift view. So here I can see that we are not logged in. So first we need to log into our cluster. Here I'm using the OpenShift, the developer sandbox. That's the OpenShift instance provided by the Red Hat for you to play with. It's for free. So I'll do copy login command. Refresh that. We'll do copy login command. We'll do copy login command and login and display token. So here I need the URL. So I can do login. Here is my URL. I will be using token and I can copy paste the token here. Now I connect to my cluster. Here you can see also on the cluster. Currently there is nothing, just my one default project. So I already have the source code open here. So now I create a component. I need to select the directory with my project, with my source code, this one. Now it asks me to select component type. This is basically the default, the dev file that we downloaded from the default dev file registry. Because we have Spring Boot applications, I will look for the Spring Boot. Here we have Java Spring Boot from default dev file registry. I get that, and we will name our application demo. Now it's creating the application, and now we should see here the component view updated, and we see our component. I can start the dev. I will be developing. This will start the application on the cluster. It uses information from the dev file that got downloaded in the previous tab to create the resources on the cluster, mainly the container, and then it will sync the source code into the container and run build and the run application. So we can look into the dev file while this is happening. Here in the file you can see that there is container definition that's using this image, and there's a simple dev file, so everything will be executed inside this one container. And then we have the commands to build the application and run the application. In our case, the extension is going to use the debug command that's defined here. So here in the output you can see that it's already building, the building is done, and now it's starting the application. When that's done, the audio will set up the port forwarding between your local host and the container. So if you can see here, it's localhost port 40,001 and the remote port is 8080. So if we go here and go to localhost 41 due to hello endpoint, hello, that's our application. Now we can actually try to do some changes. So if I do here, I can create a new variable, world from variable, and we can use it here to get that message. And we are missing semicolon. I hit save, and here in the output you will see that audio notices the change. See that here it notices that this file got changed, and it's going to sync the changes into the cluster, run it, and reload it, so we can see it being applied. Now if I refresh this site, I haven't started it, now it's started. You can see hello from variable. So we can do even more here. So for example, we can put a breakpoint here, and we can use OpenShift Toolkit to debug our application. So I will do debug here. So it will automatically set up the VS Code debugger and connect it to the remote instance. So I'll actually put breakpoint one line below here. So now when it's done, you can go here, hit refresh, see that it paused here, and here we have our endpoint, we have our breakpoint, and you can do changes here to see that it's actually working. So hello from debug, and I will resume our application, and you can see that down here is hello from debug. I will refresh again, pause this because it hits breakpoint. I will just resume it, and we have our original message here. So that's it.